ITS World Congress, this is the Future of Mobility podcast series, conversations with the leaders redefining how the world moves, presented by the Transportation Channel in partnership with ITS America Events.
Welcome to the Transportation Channel podcast, presented in partnership with ITS America Events. I'm your host, Alan Clelland, and we're reporting from the heart of the ITS World Congress here in Atlanta, Georgia, bringing you expert insights into the innovations, challenges, and solutions driving the future of mobility worldwide. I'm very pleased to welcome for this episode our guest, Yu Kitamura of Sony. Welcome to our podcast. It's great to see you. Could we start our chat with you introducing yourself and your position at Sony?
Yep. So I work for the Semiconductor division of Sony as a business development manager based in Seattle, United States here. And my job is bringing our new technology to the ITS and smart city markets, developing the solution, working with the partners.
So these are essential semiconductor solutions.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think you already have solutions being deployed in the United States, places like Lakewood.
Correct.
In Colorado, San Jose, California, closer to where I live. Could you share what specific challenges those cities were facing and how your edge sensing AI technologies are making a measurable difference?
Yeah. So San Jose and Lakewood has its unique challenges, but both are addressed by our solutions. San Jose first, for example, used to rely on the 5 days of traffic counting data for their traffic management and operations. Now, they introduced our permanent AI counting solutions to collect 365 days of data for better decision making and then the quicker response for the incident on the road.
Yeah, so you're collecting data, which happens in a lot of different ways currently, but then you're applying AI to it.
Exactly. Yeah, so because of our new solution is the cost-effective AI camera systems, they see this solution can be used as a permanent counting station, unlike the temporary data collections, which are the conventional way.
And are these counting stations also used for other functions? Not just counting, but you got video on the street there, then that can be very useful for other things, yeah?
Yes. So this new AI camera can collect not only the counting by directions and lane, but also the speed. So that's the basic traffic information. Now, this can be used for other use cases such as the parking occupancy information collections or the double parking by the delivery vehicle or the pedestrian counting or bike counting on the side curb spaces. So those kind of the use can be achieved in this system too. Talking about
That can enhance safety.
Yeah.
Well, on the streets.
Exactly. So talking about the Lakewood City, they use this technology for the road safety project. They have some specific area where they have a lot of the traffic fatality occurs, and they decided to deploy jaywalk detection system for their main road having the 6 lanes, the road. So by detecting the jaywalk through this sensor system, they can give the early warning to the drivers through these flashing lights, the systems, to reduce the traffic fatality.
So they're using it in real time,
Yes,
but they're also collecting the data for later analysis, and presumably applying a bit of AI to that, you can identify trends developing in jaywalking in different parts of the city. So then try and address that problem with maybe put pedestrian crossings in that they aren't there at the moment.
exactly. So not only the real time, the detection alert, but also the various data is collected for the safety analytics later on to plan the countermeasure, the action, as you mentioned, introducing the crosswalk or changing the street light, whatever action.
So Yeah, so you can use this data that you're collecting to identify which the more relevant countermeasures are for a particular solution that you've identified with your data collection.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
fascinating. There's obviously an emphasization. You're emphasizing the role of AI, yes, in your solutions. Does this then ability come through your semiconductor capability as well?
Yep.
Yes, it's not just the software. You're matching that with the chips that you're developing.
Yes. So let me quickly introduce what our Edge AI solution is. So as a semiconductor manufacturers, we bring the new technology. Traditionally, the video analytics AI, you need a two components, camera and processing unit, and then the network in between. That makes the system complex. Now, as a semiconductor manufacturer, we developed the new sensors which capture the image and then the AI processing integrated in a single chip now, which means you will have capture the image, no latency.
And this is all on the street.
Exactly. So camera manufacturer make the all-in-one AI camera without having any component at the site. Installation is much easier, and then no network is needed. The benefit of this Edge AI architecture here is the three things. One is latency. For talking about the road safety,
Yeah.
if you detect a jaywalk, you like to notify the drivers very quickly.
And you don't have a time delay sending the data off somewhere else to do the analysis.
Exactly. So latency is a good point. Second point is privacy. So this capture the data, anonymize the data at the source in the real-time basis. So you don't need to transfer personal identifiable information, which is image, to any other processor over the network. So privacy is protected.
Yes.
3 points.
Security is protected.
Exactly. And then the energy efficiency. It's a newly developed semiconductor chip. So to do the video analysis, AI analysis, you have much more power efficient here, which means installation of the power is drastically get easier using the solar power AI camera.
You're distributing the power that needs to be used.
Exactly.
Yes? Yeah, which is a major drawback of AI, as we know at the moment.
Yep.
These data processing plants going up, requiring a tremendous amount of infrastructure being built just to support them. And who's going to pay for that sort of thing? Yeah, but you're distributing it, the intelligence and the processing to avoid that kind of problem.
Yep. Indeed.
And these chips are in full production now, currently.
This chip is a full productions, and we are working with the camera manufacturer now in the market, and they are starting to release the camera product using this chip to the market.
Through partnerships that you have to build it into their product.
Exactly.
You mentioned video. And maybe it's too early to say this, but are you looking at also different data types like LiDAR? Detection through LiDAR?
Yeah, I think as the Sony, we make both camera and LiDAR. So we are making the both sensors.
Right.
So we are proposing that for each technology has pros and cons. So we are proposing the right technology for the appropriate market use cases. For example, in case of the Lakewood cities, they evaluated the different sensor for the jaywalk detections. LiDAR technologies, and then traditional camera-based video analytics using the separate processing unit, GPU unit, and then all-in-one AI camera solution from us. Based on their jaywalk detection scenario tests independently operated by cities, they concluded Sony solution scores best accuracy under the environment under the street light. So for those kind of the use cases, we believe our AI camera solution will be very fitted. Now, there are good, the solutions, the LiDAR is good for the completely dark scene. If you don't have a street light,
Right.
then the camera cannot receive any information. So those kind of the situations, we recommend the LiDAR.
Fascinating. And I don't know whether you're able to talk about this, but is this a technology that's transferable to the vehicle as well?
So for vehicle, we are developing the sensor specifically for vehicle. Uh, Now, we don't have this AI processing integrated vehicle sensor yet, but we like to monitor the market needs, and then we like to cope with the manufacturers who needs this kind of the technologies.
Fascinating. That is tremendous. That's a complete change in the whole architecture of data collection and processing and communications within the industry.
Yeah.
Um, so, this is going to open up more cities and building out the smart infrastructure because it takes away the major barriers there. Um, so how do you envision Sony continuing with this in the future, and agencies and the public, of course, getting a benefit from what you're doing?
As a major source of the manufacturer of the image sensors, we believe we are in good position for the innovation in this digital imaging space. Now, we are building the solutions based on our core semiconductor technologies. We are working with the ecosystem partners to build a solution together. And through the open platform architecture we are going to provide, we like to that anybody who develops this AI application can run it on our platform systems, on our hardware systems. And with this open architecture, with this open platform architectures, we like to foster the innovation with partners.
That's very innovative. And within the transportation sector, to be as open as that with a product that you developed, proprietary product, but opening it up as if it were, just readily available for anybody for use. And that's got to help with the deployment as well. Do you see any other challenges within the transportation sector that Sony would be able to or is interested in and looking at in the future?
I think there are a couple of the points. This industry is very careful to adapt to adapt the new technologies. Safety is the first the point for these industries. So we like to work with partners to develop the reliable and safe solutions to the market. So we like to have the more interaction with the industry players to have them comfortable adapting the new technologies, and we are ready to support that.
Excellent. And that would help with maintaining the technology in the future as well.
Yep.
We've heard a couple of times already about that being a big problem, maintaining the existing infrastructure that's there, but now adding another level of technology to that, where you would be able to be there providing the support to the agencies and do that as well.
Yeah.
So and I think your open architecture approach, which is more akin to open source solutions, can be a key to that.
We are partly open sources. Some of the sample application, some of the samples SDK type of things, trying to work with open source community to drive the innovations. So we are engaging the couple of these open source communities, including some of the industry organizations such as the Edge AI Foundation. That's the more for the community to enhance and promote this Edge AI architecture through the open collaborations. So we are ready to work with this kind of community.
Well, thank you, Yu, for providing this valuable insight into Sony here at the ITS Congress as well, which is good to see you here. And we wish you and Sony a successful future.
Thank you very much.
So that's a wrap from the ITS Congress, World Congress here in Atlanta. Thanks for tuning into the Transportation Channel podcast, where the future of mobility comes to life. Catch more conversations, stories, and innovations at thetransportationchannel.com. Thank you.
Live from ITS World Congress, this has been the Future of Mobility podcast series. For podcast membership information or to explore partnership opportunities, contact partnerships@thetransportationchannel.com.